Well, greetings. I pushed the button and I forgot that quick that I'm live. Welcome. Let me go live over here on Instagram. Yes. It still doesn't say live yet. All right. Well, welcome, disruptors, to another coaching conversations with Selina. And I am happy to be here. Thanks for joining me. We are, do I got any notes for you? We are going to be talking about what to do when you first get started in your business. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them for me in the chat, or if you'd like to be a guest and come up in the help seat, if you want to get coached and ask your question, that would be great. Awesome. All right. Well, let's just jump right in. I don't think I have anything new to share, but we're talking all things business. If you've started a business or you are have aspirations to start a business, this is the place to be to have this conversation. Okay. Hey Kenya. Hey Coach Kenya. How you doing? Thank you for being here. I got some coach buddies here. Appreciate that. Feel free to chime in the comments as well if there is a question. Hi, Roxanne. Roxanne is in another network over on Instagram. And just seeing who's in the room. I'm live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube right now. Okay, so what to do in your business when you first get started. Number one is you're making a decision that you're starting this business. And when you do that, you want to first have an honest conversation with yourself. This is the first thing that you want to do, because starting a business is like birthing a baby. It's like having a baby. It's going to feel like your baby. It's going to require all the things from you that a baby would. All your energy, majority of your time, the emotions and the feelings that you're going to feel is the same way. Like when you have this innocent little baby that needs to be nurtured and taken care of and looking for everything that it needs from you. So you have to ask yourself, you have to go inward and really take a really good look at yourself and identify why you want to start this business. Do you feel that you really have what it takes? Do you have the support that you believe you're going to need? Honestly, you really want to write it all out. I am a big journaler. I've got multiple journals, and it's one thing in your head, the conversations that you're having and what's going on. But when you write the conversation in your journal or on a notebook, where whatever that looks like for you, you got to write it all out. Your whys, why you want to start this business, who you believe might help you, and it really might become your first business plan. But you should put pen to paper or pencil to paper or digitally, however that looks and feels for you, so that you have an idea of what you're going to do and what you want to do and what that path looks like and why you want to do it. Because you're going to need to tell everybody, right? That's the second thing that you do in your business. You're going to tell everyone that you are starting this business if you have not already started it. And even if you have not done these things before in your business, it doesn't matter. These are things that you're going to always want to do for your business. And so when you tell everyone, ideally, you want to write out a list of 100 people who you would love to share and tell about your business. You want to tell them why you starting it, your why, what's your story, because that is going to be a story that you're going to have to tell over and over and over again, believe it or not. So get used to hearing yourself talk about it, because when people are doing business with you, they're doing business with you. So they want to know who you are. They want to know why you got started. It might resonate with them. Um, in that way for them to support you. I got some stuff going on. Oh, you know what? Let me go and put us in do not disturb, because it never fails that somebody will be trying to get a hold of me when I'm in my meeting or online. And I'm also, you know what I'm also doing? Oops, let me stop. I am also I am recording a behind the scenes as we do this as well, because it's something that I've been meaning to do for a while. And now I want to do it. It came on my heart. Am I the only one? I know I'm stopping in the middle of this conversation, but sometimes I am easily distracted by shiny things. And I know I'm not the only one. So um, sometimes when I get ready to do something, either I have to go to the bathroom, I remember something else to do. It doesn't matter how many times I write a list and what I write down, it still happens. So, yes. And so this is a conversation, right? So there are going to be things that might come up. And hey, coach, you said you can't hear me. Okay, you reconnected. Let me know, Kenya, if you can hear me over here on Facebook. I heard you say you can't hear me. Is anyone else having trouble hearing me? Let me know. I appreciate that. I love this, y'all talking to me. Okay, so and all right. So I stopped at number 2. I literally did write these down. Um, and they're not all written down to the letter. They're just talking points. So you want to talk about, you want to tell everyone about your business. And when you're telling them, the key thing here, these people already know, like, and trust you. So you're gonna be asking them to support you, because maybe they're not your customer. That's one thing. Most people start businesses and then they wonder why friends and family don't support them. Well, first of all, they're not your customer. 9 times out of 10, you didn't start your business to do business with your friends and your family or your coworkers. They're probably not your ideal client. So don't hold that against them, and don't spend all that energy fretting over that. Spend your energy in giving them the talking points about your business to share with somebody else that they know that may be your ideal client. That's where you really want to spend your energy and your time educating them why you started your business, what problem your business solves. If they know someone that could use your services, and sometimes it may be people that you know. My first 2 clients in my coaching practice are people that I already knew, that I had a relationship, and you know what? It was the most affirming and um, I felt seen. My gifts were honored. They did not try to negotiate price. They had questions about, what value they would be getting in in being a client of mine. However, they didn't question the cost. I know for some folks that's a big fear, things like that. There were no questioning of the cost, because they know me, they already liked me, they already trust me, and they both said, and here's the thing, I didn't go checking for them yet. I wasn't even sure I was ready yet to start taking clients. And when I shared that I was starting the business, and I was just telling them about my story and different things and why I was starting the business and all of that, and that resonated, that, oh yeah, this is my coach, she sees me, she gets it. So I have an empowerment, I have had an empowerment client. She's already gone through the program, graduated, her life is soaring. I'm so proud of her, and I think I want to be her when I grow up, seriously. And then I have my business client who is just doing phenomenal things, phenomenal things. I have this product called the Clear Vision Calculator, and it's one of the first things that we do with either an empowerment client or business client is we identify the vision, we make it plain, we write it and get at it right. And it defines everything. It defines their why. It makes things really clear. And for her, it just opened up the floodgates. Just opened up the floodgates for her. She's created over 30 products and services for her business, that she has what I call a dreams to reality plan. That's what we're doing on the business side. That program is called the Dreams to Reality program, because it all starts here. We take those dreams and thoughts on your heart and mind, and then this is how I help you do that. So that is a product that you can also purchase as well. But you see what I'm saying? What happened here when I first decided that I was going to start my coaching business, and I was still getting my business certification. They already knew that it was coming down the pike because I had been sharing it, and I had been doing the things to put them in place that I wanted to do before I got started. And I had had the conversation. I had already known that it was my calling, all of these things. And so I was just then taking the necessary steps on what to do to get started. Okay. I'm going to stop right there really quickly and just check in and see if there are any questions here. Good to see all the beautiful faces. I recognize some of the handles on Instagram. Penny Power Trading 23. Let me know if we know each other. That name, I know some pennies. I'm not sure of their handle. And then April. Hi, April. I see you. I see you, girl, with the Women's Business Center. I will be in touch because I need to get scheduled with my coach from that experience. Okay, let me know if you all have questions. And thank you, Roxy. Let me know if you go by Roxy or Roxanne. She mentioned that journaling is helpful. And yes, using it as a part of your business plan is great. Absolutely. Because it's your thoughts in your most purest form when you're journaling, right? You're getting all of your thoughts out, everything that's in your heart, more than likely. And so it's a great way to already have your business plan. You can convert it over into something else later if you actually wanted to put it in a business plan template, but just keep it really simple. You're not even doing anything extra. You're doing things that you already do, right? But the first, so I'm going to just recap really quick. The first one is to have that honest conversation with yourself. And maybe and what you're doing when you're doing this, you are making space for it, because that's part of the honest conversation, is that you've got to make space for this decision and choice that you're making in your life. Because remember, I told you, it's like birthing a baby. It's like you're going to carry that little bundle. You're it's going to take everything in you, right? Because it needs you to nurture it. It needs you to see about it. It needs you to check on it. It needs you to make sure that it has everything that is it needs. All of the things, they're going to come from you because it's your business, your vision, your idea, unless you are partnering with some other people. And then if you are partnering with some other people, that same thing realistically needs to happen with each person, right? Each person write out their vision for the business, do their same work too, and then you all come together and see what aligns. 9 times out of 10, if you're going to partner with someone, it probably would work best if you all have different strengths, because you need people that um that have your weakness. Your weakness is their strength. Okay. And that's even when you're hiring. When you're hiring, you want to hire people that have your weaknesses as strengths. That's how you build a team, people. Okay. But let me stay focused. We're talking about what to do when you first get started. Okay. So if you're taking notes, the first again is to have an honest conversation with yourself so that you can make space for it, and that you're writing everything down that you see in this vision about this business or your dreams. I liken it to taking those dreams and thoughts on your heart and your mind, and writing it all out. Best place to start is in your journal. Okay. If you're not journaling, you want to really consider that too. Start journaling. It's extremely therapeutic if you're not already in therapy, and those sorts of things. It is a good way to help you manage your emotions because you write them out. And so what we're doing in the journal is we're writing it down, we're writing the vision down, and we're making it plain. Okay. And then the second thing is to tell everyone you know. Tell everyone you know, ask for their support, and referrals. Referrals. That's how you get started. You're more than likely your first clients, customers, first people that you do business with are going to be with people that already know, like, and trust you. You don't have to build that trust. They've been watching you, they see how you move, they're happy to support you for whatever the reason. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? That's one and two that we've discussed. On social, you can call me Roxy. Okay, thank you, love. All right, all right, all right. All right, thank you. And yeah, so I have all three of the apps that I'm working in open just in case so I can see your comments. And if you have questions, um, I can bring you up on the stage, and we can talk that way. Okay. And now, the third thing that we do when you're starting your business, you want to talk about it all the time. You want to talk about it till you sick of talking about it, which I assure you, you will never be sick of talking about your business, because this is how other people know about your business. This is how you get comfortable in being a business owner, entrepreneur, CEO, whatever the roles are that you are going to play in your business. So, what does that look like? Um, you talk about what you're doing, you talk about what you're learning. You talk about who you help and serve and the problem that you solve and the results that they get from doing that. You share your testimonials, your wins, big and small, because what you're really doing and what they call this, and this is of your clients and your own wins. You're documenting as you go, you're building as you go, so everyone is seeing you. They're building in, and some people may be interested in the same thing, so that gives them an idea of what it could look like. Because here's the thing: if this is a vision and a mission that you've been given to birth, and it's not like something like you're already duplicating, or maybe it could be, you could create a franchise, but you're still bringing your secret sauce to it. You are the blueprint, you are the vision, you are the framework, you are the SOPs, you are all the things in your business, because you are the one with the vision. Nobody else knows your vision. They know what you tell them about your business and your vision, right? So you're creating it as you go. Now you may get support, right? Someone to help you, support you, so that you are meeting your goals. holding you accountable, giving you insight, because sometimes stuff that's going on in your head makes sense. And then when you say it out loud, it don't make no sense, right? When other people hear it, they can help you strategize and all of those things, like me, a business coach, right? Um, and so let's recap that. You want to talk about it all the time. And the ways that you're talking about it is sharing what you're doing, what you're learning or what you've already learned, how you help the people, what problem you solve, the results that they're getting. And that can be a product and a service-based business. And then you share your testimonials, which are your wins, big or small, your personal ones and those of your clients and customers. Absolutely, because that is your proof. That's your social proof. If other people are willing to talk about the the value that you provided to them and the transformation that they received. Okay? Because that's why they're doing business with you. They want that transformation, what you have to offer. Okay? Um awesome. We'll talk let me just make sure I answered all of number 3. Um, and I'm going to come back to your question, Roxy. I see it there. I got 2 more, 4 and 5 for you. And then I'm going to take questions because I can see how I am easily distracted by shiny things. So drop your questions as they come up, and then we'll catch them all at the end and we'll talk about all of them. Number 4, schedule work hours and days off. You can have 1 day off, 2 days off. I currently, I kind of have two days off. And what that looks like for me, I have, I don't work on Saturdays. Saturdays is reserved for family and anything I feel like I want to do. I used to get every other Saturday, like my mani pedi, self care, that kind of physical self care stuff on Saturdays. And then I moved it to Fridays. So I'm kind of doing a half day on Fridays. And then Thursdays is my joy day. It's a day that um, I do something that brings me joy. And it just happens to be on Thursday. It could potentially be on a Saturday, but because I joined a golf league, they meet on Thursdays. So Thursday is my joy day. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to schedule your work hours. You figure that out before you even start doing business, what that is going to look like for you. So you bake it in so you don't feel like you're trying to fit yourself in your day. Remember, you're the asset, you're the value, you're the blueprint, you're the framework. You are all the things when you are starting a business. So you need to make sure that you are putting you first on the list. So these things need to get accounted for. This is how you make space and you make room. You make space and you make room for you. You make space and you make room for the business. Okay. So what that looks like also, you're going to put all your life events on your calendar. So if you don't already have those kind of things scheduled, you want to schedule them. And here's the cheat code. Just leave free white space on the calendar. Not everything on the calendar needs to be filled in, because you are going to need creative space and time. Or if you do put it on the calendar, make sure you know that that's exactly what it's for and it's not to be filled in for anything else. Okay? Like be real about your boundaries. And so in that scheduling, you're putting all your life events on your calendar first. You are putting your self-care appointments. So if that's mani pedi, massages, doctor's appointments, any kind of medical appointments, anything that is important to you and that is going to help you maintain your health mentally, physically, socially, financially, it needs to be accounted for. Even your sleep time. I absolutely have to have 7 hours of sleep or I don't feel rested. That is very important when you are managing, running, owning a business. You want to be your best self because now you've decided that you want to have your own business. And more than likely, one of the reasons that you want to do that, or two, is for financial freedom, time freedom. So you got to be serious about your time. You can't play with it, right? So you need to act like it's important to you. Time is the most precious thing we have. It is one of the most. The first is breath. Breath is the most important thing that we have. When you wake up each day and you have breath, it's amazing. It's amazing. It allows you to be present, be you is your breath. Okay. So time is the next most invaluable thing. And people like to say time is short. When you don't have your shit together, time can be very long because it takes longer to get where you're trying to go and do the things that you want to do. Okay. Don't forget, drop questions as they come up and we will talk about it. Any errands? Here's my cheat code for errands. I run all my errands through the week. I do not do any errands on the weekends because I want my weekends to myself. So errands to me are like work. I treat them like work. So work gets done Monday through Friday, unless something absolutely can't be done Monday through Friday. But I'm serious about that. I've been doing that for years so that I could have my weekends free. Because here's the thing, you don't want to start your business and then be working it like a job. That's you just moving from one cage to the other. Who you the master of now? If that's what's going on, if you've ever worked for someone, right? So we're not trying to do that. You get to decide, you get to build your schedule and your time. This is how you manage your time freedom. This is how you take control of it from the beginning. You do it with how you want your schedule to be up front. You define it right up front, right? Okay. That can look like you working 40 hours, 50, whatever you believe that needs to be. So then you've got a plan for all of the other time. But when you do that, you plan for your time that you know you need for you first and honor that. Okay. And rest time. Rest time is that white space time that I'm talking about. You got to put your movement in there, any exercise. And then sometimes study time, right? Because there's certain things that you got to learn while you're in the business. What I've noticed, there's a lot of things that require just you to sit and fill it out and all of that. You got to make time for that. That's why you need work hours. Okay. So there could be work hours and then there could be paperwork, designated time for your paperwork. You want to think about all of these things, right? You don't realize that when you're getting started. The other key things is your movement, whatever movement looks like for you. Yoga, the Peloton, maybe you're a runner. I'm a walker. I like to go out and walk. I don't really do it on the weekends. I do that also through the week because I want to sleep in late or I just want to be lazy, whatever that potentially can look like. That's what I want to do. So bake all of that in up front. That's where the honest conversation with yourself comes in. And by all means, be flexible because that is going to be required when you're first getting started. Okay. And then look at your money. You need to look at your money every day, know what your cash flow looks like, what's coming in, what's coming out, and then have a money date with yourself, either at the end of the week or maybe it's at the beginning of the week, whatever that looks like. That also needs to be scheduled. So if you want time freedom, I'll say this again, you need to get serious about your time. So you want to account for these things in your life. And a good way, if you haven't started a business yet, then start doing it now, like you gonna run a business, because you know that that's what you're gonna need, right? And you've got to be particular about where you're showing up. so that you have the energy, strength, and capacity to have the life that you desire and the business that you also desire to have. Okay, so your boundaries gonna get real tight real quick. You're gonna have to make some choices and some decisions for some things. So that's what's going to happen there. So that's number 4. Schedule work hours, your day off, put all your life events on the calendar, your self-care appointments, errands, your joy time, build joy time into your rest time, your sleep time. Rest time and sleep time, two different things. Your movement, and looking at your money date. Okay. And then number five, this is really important. You might have it on the calendar, but now you need to set the reminders to get them done. Because sometimes stuff will bleed into other things. And this is just how I do it and what I recommend to my clients so that they can be successful. Set reminders to get the things done. A good habit is also having a theme to each day. So, like I talked about the money date and the paperwork date, money date and the paperwork date could be on the same day. So that could be that the theme of that day of the week when you're doing that. Then for social media, your content day, I've seen that. And then maybe it's a day where you're doing your sales calls or any kind of marketing or working on your tech, anything that requires your attention. That could be that day. So each day of your work week, whatever that looks like for you, you'll have a theme for it, so you automatically know and get in the headspace that this is what you're working on for that day, so you're not all over the place, you're not procrastinating, and then other people get to know your rhythm so that they can honor your time and your energy, right? And all of that. And then, you know, you do what you want to do with your off days. It's totally up to you. But I would say maximize them so that you feel rested and you know that you're getting the things done that you truly desire. Okay. All right. And I'm just gonna recap real quick. Let me see if I missed anything. So number 1, you have an honest conversation with yourself. You're doing this to make space for the business. And if you're already in your business and you're not doing these things, it's a great time to start, right? Um, and you're gonna write out what your plan is for your business in your journal. You're gonna define your why you're starting it. Just all of the things that you believe that you need and you desire. And then that writing that all out could eventually become your business plan, or a lot of great portions for it to go into your business plan. But just keep it simple. You don't need a template right now because it's free form. It's just getting it all the thoughts on your heart and mind out. Okay, so you're just getting started. We're just keeping it simple. Okay. Then number 2 is you want to tell everyone you know. As soon as you know that you're doing this, and it doesn't have to be really big things, right? Because sometimes maybe you're waiting on financing or you're going to apply for financing and it might take longer than you thought, but you start priming people, getting them ready. Why you want to start this business, why you're doing, because that's what I was doing. I was just talking about what I was doing and what was going on, right? And they already knew that I was going to be their coach. They came to me, actually. I didn't even know that they wanted coaching. And let me just say that. So what they tell you is who you're seeking is already seeking you. You just need to show up in the space that you're supposed to be in, following the vision that you've been given to bring the life, to birth it, right? And you ask for the referrals, because those are two major things that people want and they don't ask. That's what you want, but you don't ask. You expect someone to know that you either need support or you want these referrals, but they're not your business. They're not in your business unless you're sharing what you need. You're grown up, you doing this doggone thing, you birthing this baby, so you got to do all the things that the baby needs. So the baby gonna need some support. This baby gonna need some referrals. So you got to ask for them. Okay. And then that gets you uncomfortable too, and in a rhythm of receiving the support and people knowing what you need and how to help you and look out for you because they know, like, and trust you. And some of them even love you. And then it also lets them off the hook from you believing that they need to be your ideal client, because they're not. You're not starting a business for your friends and family to be your client unless they truly are. Okay. And some of them may be. Okay. All right. And then third, you'd want to talk about it all the time. Talk about what you're doing, what you're learning or have learned, how you help other people, the problem you solve, and the results that they get. And that can be in your products, your services, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. And then you want to also share testimonials, your wins, big and small. Celebrate as you go. You don't want to just be doing, because you'll get to a point where you'll burn yourself out because you're just doing all the things, but you're not even receiving and allowing yourself to honor yourself and the magic that you're doing. Okay. So got to do that. Share your big and small, your wins, big and small, your clients and yours. Okay. And that just gets you in a rhythm of doing, being in practice of all these things. So you can start right now, right where you're at with any of these, if you're not already doing them. Number four, schedule your work hours or business hours. Maybe we don't want to use the term work, because if you decide you're starting a business and you're going from working for somebody else to being in your business, so schedule your business hours or whatever that needs to look like. Maybe it could be the CEO hours, whatever name that you want to give it that lights you up, that you feel good about putting your boss hat on. Or yeah, that's your boss, your big boss hours, whatever that can look like, and schedule your days off. What you're doing with the scheduling is you are putting you first in your business, in your life. Some people aren't doing that in some cases. So this will get you in the habit of doing that. So schedule work hours, your days off, put all your life events on your calendar first, your self-care appointments, your errands, your joy time, your rest time, your sleep time. Mine is 7 hours. If I get 8, great, but usually I don't, my body don't let me sleep 8 hours, but I have to have 7 or I'm waking up feeling like I'm not fully rested. Get your movement in, whatever movement looks like. You got to move your body. And then schedule your money dates. You need to be looking at your money every day, knowing your cash flow if you're going to run a business. So if you got anxiety about looking at the money and everything, let me tell you something. Information is power. When you see how the money flows, it'll help you get stuff together real quick. Okay. So look at your money. How you gonna be big bossing and be running things, and you don't know your expenses and mm, your sales, your revenue. What are your expenses? What is the other thing? It escapes me right now, but you know what I'm talking about. What your expenses, and they go together. I'm not an accountant, so I need a ton of financial literacy. That's my weakness. It's an area that I work on all the time. And I have support in that area. Actually, we meet every other week. But I digress. So look at your money, okay? And if you need support finding time to do this, you need to start now making space and what that looks like in your life to make room for this business. And this could be a side hustle. If you still working a 9 to 5, you still want to do these things. Okay. And then number 5 is set reminders to get the things done that you say you want to do. The reminder is going to remind you, okay, this is the time or the day that we're going to do this. I recommend doing themes to your day um, to be helpful. And that looks like on the money date and the paperwork date, you know, that could be the theme for that day, probably Mondays, or maybe it's Fridays, or whatever day of the week makes sense to you. But pick your days off. You can listen back. I gave a lot of tips around all of those things. So those are the top 5 things. Okay. All right. Time for questions. Thank you for hanging in here. If you're still here, Roxy, I saw that you had a question for me. Are you still here for me to answer it? If not, you can listen back. Income. Girl, bless you. I, that might be it, but I think it's revenue. Yeah, revenue and expenses. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. Um, is it necessary to get a lawyer when you start getting clients? I probably want to know a little bit more about what you're asking there. I have always had I have a subscription. I belong to Legal Shield. I think back in the day it used to be called something else. Um, and I love it. I've had them since 2015 when I had my other business in Las Vegas, and I think they're wonderful because they will what is it, cease and desist letters. They will send letters to collect money from people that owe you. I have them read all my contracts and my documents. So I have Legal Shield. I recommend it. Even if you don't have a business, I recommend it personally. It's something that I will always have. It's a write off, and it just supports my life because they do so much more than that. But they have a small business plan. If you're a small business owner starting out, though, you just could use just their regular family plan because it still covers all of the stuff that you would be asking them about. So I would say that if you're going to have a lawyer, have something that's manageable for you. Um, I wouldn't have a lawyer like on retainer. Um, I like this because it works for me. It's flexible. Um, Wherever state you're in, um, you have a home firm that would you would always be working with, so they get to know you. I use them for everything. I use them for my divorce when I wanted to represent myself in my divorce and looking over my divorce settlement information. It gave me the power to know that I could do it. Like all of the things, I've used them for a number of things. I can't say enough about them. So if you are interested in that, I have a link that I would be happy to share with you for you to sign up or check them out. It is a referral link because I do believe in them. So I do refer them. And like I said, I've been with them 9 years. So they've got a track record with me. And so that's what I would say about that. Do you have any other questions about the attorney? Ping me in messaging if you want me to share the link with you to look at the Legal Shield. I think you're in Minnesota, if I remember correctly. So you're a Midwesterner like me. So yeah. So the other thing, let me see if anyone else. I've got 3 different places to look. My folks on Facebook. I saw Kenya. Kenya, did you have questions? Okay, here she is. Oh, Kenya. Oh, you on it, girl. She's like, agreed. Profit and loss statement. That's where the expenses and something you rebalance and balance sheet, income statements, cost of goods sold. Yep, she on it. She know all of the things. Perfect, perfect. And you got to be looking at your money. All right, Kenya, you got any questions for me? Awesome. Awesome. Profits and losses. That's what it is. Okay. I can, girl, yeah. And I've had a lot of money and I've had a little money, and it makes me nervous either way. I don't know why. Yes, please send me the link. Okay. Hit me up in the DMs and remind me because this is going to go away. Okay. If you would do that for me, dear, I appreciate it. Hey, Carol, I see you. Thank you for joining. Awesome. Is there any other questions that I did not touch on that you all have? When I don't have guests on the coaching conversations, we'll definitely always have some of these business conversations. That's where my focus will be going forward. So let me do by example, y'all. I am focused on my business clients at this time, and um, but my business coaching also includes empowerment and mindset coaching, because sometimes when you first get started, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? If you're somebody that's just getting started. So um, let me just tell you who. Let me recap those five again, just so that I have it right for y'all, and we're gonna get out of here. I did good. I'm getting it under an hour. About 45 minutes is my range. Thank you, Kenya. No questions. Feel free to share this coaching conversations with your family and them, and do what I said for all my business owners. Continue to, you want to be talking about your business all the time and just sharing it with everyone, so they know what you do, because when they do need the services, they when they do need the services, they have you at top of mind. That's the goal. Okay. All right, Kenya. Well, let's talk. You can book a connection call with me. You can go to the link in my bio. Right now, that link might be saying the clear vision. Oh, I got to talk about the clear vision, right? So, if you are thinking of starting a business, if you are working a job that is not fulfilling, or just life in general, you feel like something has to change and you want to do something different, I've got the perfect thing for you. It is called the Clear Vision Workshop. This is where you come and you get real clear about your why, the things that you desire. We figure out the cost of them. We also identify money generating ideas for you to execute, to pay for the doggone things. All of the things. Right now, it is a free offer, but you have to register today because the price is going up tomorrow. Okay. So it is free, free, free today. Get in there, click the link, register for the Clear Vision Workshop. You don't want to miss it. It is amazing. It excites me. I love, and there are testimonials. You can click on Clear Vision if you're on Instagram, and you can see the testimonials. And I've got some folks that are here that will vouch too, if they're still here, that have taken part in it. It is a cheat code for business owners to help you get things in order. I call it, once you go through there, you have your dreams to reality plan. It's a workshop, so we get busy. It's 90 minutes, and I preview the Clear Vision Calculator to help you just like create your whole plan. It's a whole vibe. So if you're not registered, get registered. Kenya, I want to see you there. It's going to be Tuesday, August 27th, 10 days from now, or 9. Okay. Well, that's my time. I appreciate you all being here. Share, 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 share. Share the Clear Vision Workshop with your friends and them. There are tons of posts out there. We're revving it up because we're getting ready to get started and preparing for it. And just appreciate you all for showing up. Let me know if you got questions. Keep the conversation going in the comments. If you talk to me, I'll talk back to you. So just share any questions that come up after you may want to come back and watch this. We will share all of the clips that come out of this that are valuable as well. So that is my time today. I appreciate you all for being here. Until next week, I think next week is the 25th. So I have a guest that will be here. You'll see the advertisements come out on Tuesday, is typically when they first come out. Her name is Lisa Powell Graham. She's a TEDx speaker. She's got a lot going on. I call her Superwoman. So I am looking forward to having that conversation with her. Also, if you are a coach or you know other coaches and you want to share your message and what you're doing, this is why we have the coaching conversations. Sign up at the link, also on in my bio on Instagram, or just ping me and we'll share the link. That way you don't even have to be hunting and pecking for it. Say, hey, I want to be a guest on your podcast. I'll send you the link to be a guest. Say, hey, I want to talk to you about coaching, and I'll send you the link. Whatever that is, you can DM me or you can just put it in the comments and we'll follow up. I appreciate you all. And in the meantime and in between time, take good care of yourself and remember what I told you. Okay? Take action. Good night.